So we actually see how this battle actually led to the moments of this season, which we see every scene of each episode of the battle between the heroes and the Paranormal Liberation Front, knowing of how things led to this moment where Suku is battling Shigaraki while Giant Machina is actually here to save him, knowing of how things have now take the turn of the war when Best Genius has returned, while he's actually still suffering from the effects of what's happening, knowing of how he is also still have his quirk return, but he's still hurting. But knowing of how he has gotten a large amount of thread in his arsenal, we see how he is actually getting ready to fight back, knowing of how everyone else seen what Best Genius have in his arsenal, which we knew how we see the Nomus is actually getting ready to fight against him while he's still holding the creature, but we knew how everyone is actually wanting to save Best Genius, but not in the condition that they're actually in by themselves until a hero actually appeared, which is Lemillion, of course, is actually Mirio, who got his quirk returned as well, knowing of how Eri has practicing with her quirk, reversing any body parts of animals, and she actually does it with quirks as well. And of course, we knew how she can try it with Mirio, knowing of how he heard about the battle between the heroes and the villains, and he wants to help as well. In which she tries her quirk on him as knowing of how he wants to join his friends. However, we see during the battle, knowing of how Todoroki and Dabi, aka Toya, who's revealed himself, knowing of how they're both battling each other as brothers, in which he actually told him of what villains have done, in which he have almost actually say that Natsu almost died, which of course, knowing how he have actually didn't care about his family, in which he has told him that he would care less, but he wanted to bring me Endeavor to his knees in shock, which he have, in which Bakugo have actually decided to stand up and fight as well, despite his injuries. And of course, we see how he got his new hero name, which Best Genius have asked him one day, which is, of course, Great Explosion God. I mean, hold on, sorry. Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite, which everyone have their own reaction to his name, but we see how Giant Machina is actually getting ready to stand up to fight for Shigaraki after he has a revelation of his family and his abusive father, knowing of how he will fight after hearing his voice. But the anesthetic from Yajiroso's group has now begun to kick in, which of course he's now falling asleep, in which we see the aftermath of the war starting to kick in, knowing of how everyone has been injured, which is the heroes, and some of them might have died during the battle, in which we see how this battle is finally coming to an end. So we actually see how this battle led to the moments of what we might see. Plus, we see Mirio have actually made his return as a hero again. But we're actually going to see what's going to happen on the next episode next weekend when we actually see the conclusion of the war. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is the Anime Guy 20 here saying sign out. Laters, and be safe.